Hello, Marianne here again, today with a painting session where I will paint a landscape in this big sketchbook. It's a very cheap one, so I just use it as a place where I can practice without getting too precious about it. I paint mostly with gouache in this one, and I use this as a practice before I go on to painting with oils. I have been working as an illustrator and trying to develop a style for when I want to paint on canvas. And in one of my last videos where I painted a landscape, I painted this motif, also a landscape with snow. And here I try to keep my color palette as small as possible and also to paint with the pastel colors. After I did this one, I went over to paint with oils on paper. It will be oils, pre-chiseled paper. And I painted all these ones that I will show you now. They are packaged and ready to find a new home. So some of them are on my website and some of them I haven't uploaded yet, but they are on its way. So this one is the first one that I did with oils on paper, where I tried again to keep the color palette minimum and trying to paint with more pastel colors. I really like the clouds, how they look, and I don't know if you can see. There's a big chunk of paint here. But I don't like the sky is too saturated, the color. It's not exactly the way I want to go with this, but this one was the first one. Then I painted this one. Actually, it was a series of 4 paintings that I painted all at the same time. This one turned out really good. This is more the way I want to paint. So I kept here the pastel colors and a very little color palette, restricted color palette, I think you call it. Then I painted this one, all from pictures that I took the same day of the last snow that fell at the ending of March this year, and it was a sunset. This one I really like. Then I painted tree and some bushes all with snow on. Also here I managed to keep the pastel colors and a restricted color palette. I also painted this one. It's a very simple motif, and the most interesting thing here is of course the clouds. I tried to then abstract this landscape even more. So here I painted it quicker and with fewer details and very pastel colors and big chunks of paint. I don't think you can see it. There. I also painted this one with more warm colors. I also liked how this one turned out. And this one. And after I painted those, I tried to do the same on a canvas. And this time it's not a snowy landscape, but I tried to keep it very calm, very restricted color palette and as few details as possible. And I really like this one. And my next steps is to try to paint more of these kind of motifs in a bigger canvas. So you saw me sketching the composition first with a pink color, and then I blocked in with the first layers of color. I tried to keep it very light and use these pastel colors that I wanted to use. And after I blocked the first colors in, I continued with a new layer here in the sky with the painting the clouds, putting some details in the landscape. At this point I was really happy with how it was turning out, and so I stopped to take a better look at it and take a decision about how to continue working with it. I really like those pink lines, but I knew they will disappear once I continued working. But I had an idea on how to keep that warmth, and so you will see it in a bit. So there you can see I'm putting some lilac color from some bushes that was flowering at the moment. And this way I can keep some pinky colors in the composition. At this point I'm just filling up with more details, and the last thing that I worked with was the foreground, which I really like. I didn't fill up with colors on all the paper there in the corner, and I really like that, so I try to keep it. And I just put some more lilac color in the front to balance the composition regarding colors, and that's it. As you can see, very sketchy, but I really like how all the colors work together, and I also like how loose this is. So next step would be to try this out on a bigger canvas and see if I can get the same look and the same looseness. But yeah, this is all what I had for you today. I hope you're doing well and staying creative, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.